The truth is that for some fans, certain words are not just statements, they are daggers. Imagine the future of the franchise, the face of hope, the man who was supposed to carry a city on his back, confessing that he wanted to wear another jersey, that he dreamed of another shield. This is not just uncomfortable, this is unacceptable. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comment. Caleb Williams wanted to be the quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, you heard that right. According to a bombshell revelation from Seth Wickersham of ESPN, the number 18 of the Chicago Bears confided to his own father before the 2024 draft, "I need to go to the Vikings." I repeat, he needed to go to the Vikings. Why? Because he fell in love with the organization during the interview process, especially with head coach Kevin O'Connell. O'Connell, a former college quarterback and a teammate of Tom Brady for a brief period, has a growing reputation as a QB developer. Caleb saw not just a coach in him, but an authentic mentor, the owner of his own system. Unlike Shane Waldron, who according to Wickersham was merely replicating a playbook learned elsewhere, Caleb wanted more. He wanted authenticity. He wanted Minnesota, but Chicago had the first pick. Chicago called his name, and the rest, as they say, is history. And what a story it was. A year of 68 sacks, a talented quarterback thrown to the Lions, a franchise without structure, without protection, and without leadership. Caleb's debut in 2024 was everything but worthy of a #1 overall pick. But one thing must be acknowledged, the franchise reacted. For 2025, the Bears made changes. They hired Ben Johnson, the offensive wizard who made Jared Goff a Pro Bowler in Detroit. They strengthened the offensive line with Joe Thuney and Drew Dahlman. They drafted tight end Colston Loveland. They are indeed trying to create a better ecosystem for their QB. Caleb has even openly praised the new coach. But what about the statement and the old passion? It's there, recorded, published, revealed to the world. Caleb wanted to be in Minnesota. And let's be honest, this hurts. It hurts the fans. It hurts the narrative because the fan doesn't care if the system is better here or there. They want exclusivity. They want loyalty. They want their quarterback to want to be there and only there, especially in a team like the Bears, which has lived in a desert of reliable quarterbacks for decades. Seeing the great hope of the franchise declaring love for the competition is a punch in the gut. And now, as if the reminder wasn't enough, we will have the direct confrontation right in week 1. Caleb Williams against the team he wanted to defend, against Kevin O'Connell, against the narrative that didn't come to fruition. Yes, friends, the Bears and Vikings will face off in the season opener, Monday, September 8th. And if JJ McCarthy is healthy, he will debut against the very team that wanted to take his place. The NFL is cruel, but it is also spectacular. This game carries an absurd emotional tension. The eyes of the world will be on Caleb, not just to analyze his performance, but to see if that fire still burns when he looks across the field. And Bears fans will watch with a mix of expectation and anger, because even if he doesn't say it out loud, everyone knows where his heart was. Now let's be fair, this doesn't mean Caleb will fail in Chicago, nor that he is unhappy today. The NFL is business, and it's perfectly natural for a prospect to have preferences. But one thing is preference, another is to declare that he needed to be somewhere else. That changes the perception, that demands a different kind of performance. Caleb now has a moral obligation to make it work in Chicago, to show on the field that even if the desire was Minnesota, the right destination was Illinois. And for that, he will have to evolve quickly. He will have to make better decisions. He will have to justify every hype, every comparison to Mahomes, every tweet that crowned him before a professional snap. Meanwhile, the Vikings continue with their project. JJ McCarthy is the new face, and Kevin O'Connell remains firmly as the darling of quarterbacks. The offensive line is stable. Justin Jefferson is still the best wide receiver in the league, and the environment is indeed ideal for developing a young QB. Caleb knew that. Caleb wanted that, but he didn't get it. Now, there is no more room for nostalgia. There is only responsibility. In my opinion, all of this is not just a backstage curiosity. It's ammunition for opponents. It's unnecessary pressure. It's a lack of maturity, because a leader, a franchise quarterback, must know that every word matters, especially in such an emotional market as Chicago. Can Williams still succeed? Of course. He has talent in spades, but he needs to understand that the league is made of perception as much as it is of production. And today the perception is that he is where he didn't want to be. This is not the end of the world, but it's also not the best start. Subscribe to the channel, leave your like and your comment. Until the next video.